Good evening, and welcome to the latest edition of Randall Reads. Tonight I'd like to talk about a grim but very beautifully written book called And Never Said a Word by Heinrich Boll. If I tell you this book was set in post-war Germany, you'll get a good idea of just how grim the backdrop is to the book. Piles of rubble, fallen statues, and just a real sort of pervasive sense of despair runs throughout the novel. The two main characters are Fred and Kate. They're a married couple, but they're living separately at the moment due to their impoverished surroundings. They live in just one really tiny room. They've got two children, a small baby, and Kate has just discovered that she's pregnant again. Fred gives he's a telegraph operator, which he picked up in the war, and he sends Kate his money every week, and he sort of leads this really odd sort of nomadic existence through this sort of wasteland of a sea, which is never named in the book, sort of bumming money off people, sleeping on couches, and it all sort of builds up to them meeting in a hotel at the end of the novel. And it's told in alternating chapters from Fred and Kate's point of view, and you sort of see how their sort of relationship has disintegrated through the main theme of the book, which is really poverty. It's really beautifully written, and the reason I like this book so much is because Boll will pick up on like a fallen statue, for instance, or a piece of cracked concrete, or a peeling piece of wallpaper. And it's those sort of small details in the book which really convey the bigger picture of this sort of really bleak landscape in Germany after the war. So yeah, this is my recommendation for this week. It's called And Never Said a Word by Heinrich Boll. As I said, I should probably give you a bit of a warning, because it is really a bleak read, but like I said, it's so beautifully well done, and the character studies are fantastic. So please do give it a read if you can. Thank you for listening. Good evening.